And welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So Zato's hiding things from us, and we're gonna figure out what it is. Also, we have Iris's dad's secret, which I hope she doesn't find out. Hey, Iris, how's it going? How's that manuscript?
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you?
Aren't you gonna tell me?
I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please.
Huh? Okay, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. This is the most emotionally intelligent as well as genius 5-year-old? 7-year-old? I don't know how old you are.
Oh no, not at all, Iris, not at all.
I don't know what all this is about, really, but it's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mantle script, or whatever you call it?
It's not exactly a story I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries.
Daddies? Yeah, no, let's get off the topic of dads.
That's right. I don't suppose I ever mentioned to you before, Ginny, but
my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner. They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together.
Is
that right, mister? Oh, yeah, apparently so. I was surprised as you are, though. And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then? 6 feet under?
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone for a very long time. So, I've never really met him.
Oh my gosh, this is getting worse. What? And you're never going to.
Oh, right.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Hey, look, are all our families dead? Iris, this Hound of Baskerville story. I take it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right.
I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean. Huh? How?
I don't really know, but it must be special in some way.
Because after I'd written it and showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet.
It was the first time I'd ever seen him like that.
I really wish I remembered how that story went. Like, I'd be like, aha, yes, I remember. This is why everyone's concerned about it. It pains me to have to say this after you told over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
Why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say, not now, so please, do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's all the manuscript handed you at Mr. Windibank, isn't it?
Yes.
Hurley said that it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. Is treating like a child. I mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Scholes wasn't trying to be mean.
Eh?
If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. Susato?
I think so too.
You're allowed to trust him for your own good, but you can't pull a wool over my eyes. Scholes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. Huh?
Hurley's lying to me?
No, I mean, it's just withholding information. That's different than lying. Oops. Alright, tell us what you need to tell us. I realize I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have.
Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me.
No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born. Not even our moms. Hey, Ryunosuke, do you have dead parents too?
But we all stick together.
The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by.
Oh, so that's why you're a pickpocket.
Nah, that happens in my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it.
Oh, Gina.
I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But I haven't listened to what Iris just said. Sounds like having parents ain't always easy either.
Oh.
I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you always want to meet them.
Oh, it's true.
This is just a sad orphan hour, isn't it?
I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris.
Alright, and Sholmes' lie? Well, Gina, what did you mean by it when you said you know that Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, I reckons it popped up the manuscript or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish.
Oh my, why would you think that, Gina?
It's simple. If that store was really in old Mr. Windibank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it.
Oh.
And sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it.
Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet.
Aww.
I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Windibank's. You'd soon see it if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes.
Oh no! I need to go warn him all the orphans are teaming up against him. See?
Oh, but I don't think that means that he sold it. I mean, sometimes I wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Or on Hurley either, please. I trust him.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come on, Ginny, we should go back downstairs.
Yeah, alright.
And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm definitely not going to think you're planning on telling him like 3 seconds later. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris, it's sure easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child.
Well, I think it's time I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Are you just thinking really hard, Ryunosuke?
Mr. Naruhodo?
Mr. Naruhodo. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. Hey. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty.
Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no?
I think not, from speaking to her before she retired. I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mrs. Otto. No, I don't believe the girl's gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now.
He's so worried. I love you.
Over an hour?
Huh?
If you'll indulge me, look out the window, my dear fellow.
What's this about?
I swear, if there's a body, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
Oh. Wait a minute. Why is there a light on this time of night?
That's Mr. Windibanker's pawnbrokery.
Mr. Windibanks? Oh no. Could Gina have gone?
It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Miss Naruhodo.
Huh? Oh, no, not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate.
At once.
Mrs. Otto. Oops.
Please don't let Gina be dead. Please don't let Gina be dead. Please don't let Gina be dead. The door, Mr. Windibanks, it's open. And the lamp is burning.
I'll defend her in court. I'll defend her in court that she didn't murder Mr. Windibank. That's what we'll do. As long as Gina's not murdered.
And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina, mustn't it?
Let us hope it's nothing more sinister.
Huh?
Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot outside.
Not Gina, not Gina, not Gina, not Gina, not Gina, not Gina, not Gina.
Okay, I see blood. Took me a second because it's not bright pink, and I've just been dinkin' rompening this whole time.
There's no one here.
Oh yes, there is.
Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
Wait, not Mr. Sholmes!
Wait, what the? Has Sholmes been shot?
Leave me, Miss Naruhodo.
But...
After them, go!
Great. Sholmes?
If there's a double murder and Hurley and Gina are dead, I'm gonna be really upset game.
Lost it. They've lost him. Hello, what have we here?
Oh. Alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that?
Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot.
Shot?
With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to the Windibanks. No. 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 Nope. No. Nope. 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 No. 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 No.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Naruhodo!
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry! It's Gina!
She didn't look dead. She just looked unconscious. And I can deal with that. And her isn't dead either. Also, man, I really could have put this at the end of the other episode.
Behind that door, in the storeroom. Hurry!
Oh. It's Gina. Okay, I see she has a gun in her hand, but obviously, who'd be like, I'm gonna fire and shoot you, and then, collapse with the gun still clasped in your hand very tightly. If you collapse from blood, your hand would be like, blah, and it would let go. Any good lawyer would see this, Von Zeeks. From that moment, Windibank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity.
The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. Hey, Iris, don't worry, we're just solving a murder. A telegram came, but all it said was wait at home. Oh, yeah. We asked the policeman to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno? Oh, poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything I know. Something awful has happened, isn't it? Hasn't it? Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm sorry to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windibank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes. I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw the police carriages pulling up outside his shop, so I knew something must have happened there. When we entered Mr. Windibank's in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out on the street and I chased after them, but they got away. Also, those 2 thugs, I don't like saying that word. Those 2, hooligans. They were those people we met last chapter who I was like, oh man, who are you guys? You guys are being in court, right? And they weren't, so I guess they're important now. They got away. So, it was one of them who shot Mr. Windibank, I suppose. Well, I mean, I don't know, but it's not what the police believe at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as a prime suspect, you see? Gina. Ginny? But why? Well, the thing is... No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. Yeah, she did. She's being set up, obviously. I know. None of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I'm so sorry. There was nothing I could do. Let's just hop over to that. I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the 2 guys who were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. The thing is, Mr. Windibank was found on the floor in the storeroom, where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no! And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards... Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room. Yeah, exactly. How'd you know? It's the only explanation. Oh, yeah. The only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well, what can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. Yeah, Sholmes? Sholmes? So where's Hurley then? Is he still investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. Huh? Well, when we entered Mr. Windibank's, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley? Was shot? No. It's alright. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? I mean, don't say that. Don't 100% say that, okay? Because anytime you're shot, regardless, you could be in a danger of anything. Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinner's. They're tending to him. St. Sinner? Okay. They're tending to him there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? It's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. Well, no, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see? He's fine. To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. Yeah, we're staying with injured Sholmes. It was the two guys who were at Mr. Winterbank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind totally went blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them, go! After that, I ran out the street, but, well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry, it's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Huh? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Where's Susie, Bruno? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there too? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Mrs. Otto stayed at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. Oh, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. So, I'm afraid I'm gonna need to go out again, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Runo. She's like a little baby Pearl. Oh, maybe older than Pearl. I can't remember how old Pearl was. I can't stand just sitting around. Pearl as in Ace Attorney Pearl, not Pearl from my Sims series, obviously. Obviously. I can't stand just sitting around here. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of the murder. But I don't want to leave her alone here either. Yeah, so do we take a child to the murder scene or leave a child next to a murder scene unattended? Yay, babysitting. We can get you like a little backpack thing, you know, where you put little kids in, but you're 10 years old, so that's heavy and that wouldn't work. Never mind. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me. Oh, yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. We just said this, he can't get visitors. And don't forget, we need to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. But we just said we couldn't go. Alright, well let's go see Sholmes. I guess we're breaking in? This is a very sad looking hospital. He's gonna get, what is it, asbestos? That's what was in like old paint, right? And it was all chipped like that. Oh god, he's gonna die. Hurley! Oh! He's not here. No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in bed by the window, didn't she? Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he got sent home. I'm not sure about that, baby or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Wow, we are just changing stories. He's fine. No, it's super injured. Serious. Oh. Hello, hello. What have we here? This ward is off limits. No visiting. So what are you doing in here, eh? Well, I'll have you know we're Hurley's next of kin. Eh? Oh. Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. Sir? A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery solver is a mysterious family, eh? If that's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am. Undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It's been several hours since he went. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Oh dear. Is he going to be alright? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. Wait, what? Oh my god, we're just torturing him. The anesthetic, that is. Oh. I would report that the gentleman claims may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that it won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. Oh, look, it's Saseki's cell. Oh no, cell 13. I don't know if that's his or not. Gina. How's it going? Hey, Gina. Oh, they left you your gun, huh? That's nice. Oh, you saw the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. I wish you wouldn't have pointed at me all the time, though. Well, what are you here for? Ginny, I have a feeling it's because of us that you ended up in trouble. So we were thinking I'd be able to help you. Well, you can't. Huh? Yeah, I heard get lost. Don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot somebody. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. You ain't got the first ideas about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. If I saw him a chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. You're gonna be a very difficult person to make the jury seem innocent, or to help the jury see as innocent. Just to see what I can lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Ginny, I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some goof came by before and he said he'd be a lawyer for me and the like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. Alright, she couldn't be staring at me more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this, Ginny? Just let me be your lawyer, okay? I don't understand, Gina. Why'd you send the public defender away? I wanted me to send some papers. Representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. They'll pin on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what the grumps tell you, you get your mates dragged off by the coppers or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass, dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could forget it. Ginny, don't you trust Runo? I have a 100% success rate. That's a great for a lawyer, I guess, maybe. Nah, I don't. Look, I ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Alright, so what happened? Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbrokers. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me, and you know the rest. But why, Jeannie? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know? It's a lot of work. And half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason was something else? Oh, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please, tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? Unforgivable lies. What do you mean before, Gina? When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot. Why don't you tell us what those unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Again. Ginny, please. Oh, yeah. I want to give you this, something to remember me by. A photographic print of a really adorable cat. Alright, snowman, cat, papers. I'm looking. Why is that important? I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no poem may have in it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in the pocket of an overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Ginny. Alright. Okay. Well, it's not Waluigi. I kind of want to look at it. Hold on. Is there something... Aha! Figured. Look at the back of this print here. There's something written on it. 13th February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption date, 13th of April, 9 p.m. That passed, or it's the 16th now. So this photographic print is a redemption ticket? 13th February, that could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder of the omnibus, wasn't it? A small box? That doesn't tell us much about it, does it? Bruno, if Mr. McGillich saw the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop? Oh yeah, something Mr. McGillich deposited we need to investigate. Okay, pawnbroker's ticket box. We're gonna tell the corpse of the thing, like, hey, we're here to redeem something. Corpse. It's okay, right? Yeah, the blood on the calendars is super suspicious too. Because that was there before Sholmes got shot, so... That was the first thing I noticed. Look at these actual cops investigating and not just lawyers. This is good. Or... Bobbies? This is where it happened then. Last night. Yeah, that's right. The 2 guys I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. But, apart from the policeman in there, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. No, you're right about that, actually. What do you mean no sign of a disturbance? In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be doing the ransacking. Yeah, I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Oi, I heard that. Gregson! Oh, Inspector, good morning. Suppose, thank you for your diligence last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the 2 rogues get away, mind. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assign extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. But we had to fire one, right? Ah. Your ladyship. No one told me you were coming. I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and seize the best medical care. Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are tending to him as we speak. And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job. Aww. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about personality change. Why is that orange? Oh, where are my manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Oh, this is so sweet. Some nice, refreshing fruit juice. I want fruit juice. Can I get a Capri Sun? Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Grexy? I'll have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you like some. Oh. Glug, 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 glug. Ah, lovely. So very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. I mean, I never supposed to talk to you, but I really, really want to go look at the bloody blood. Alright then, let's see what we can uncover. Oi, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here. Oh, but we were hoping to investigate. This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake. What's the problem, Grexy? Runo's a lawyer, you know that. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn on my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruhodo was properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. The accused? Okay, representation papers. Did you hear that, Runo? You need G to sign some representation papers. Okay, fine. Let's just talk to you or whatever. I guess I can't look at things. Hey, man. So, how's the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. A very simple case, this. There's some very definite evidence. We were just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Huh? Gina? You're going to charge her and not the two guys who ran off? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me. Yeah, your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. Oh, I see. You've already captured the pair who broke in here last night, have you? What the? And you're going to put them in the stand as witnesses, are you? How could you? How? Wait, and again, are they not getting charged with shooting my... Oh my gosh. With shooting my Hurley? I had a feeling, that's all. You know, we never try to keep a secret from... We're keeping a secret from Iris, Rinosuke. A big one? So, you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yes. They're rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Miss Estrada's been held at the prison? She should be. Assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. And I think HIPAA's not really a thing yet, but... Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinners. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know? I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all. Oh. The bullet was a hidden artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Oh no. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down. Mr. Sholmes is human like the rest of us, you know? Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They gotta stop the bleeding. But he'll be alright, won't he? We'll be able to make him better? Of course, your ladyship. He'll be as right as rain before you know it. Really? How do you know? How do I know? Well, because... Of course. Oh yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's why. Well, we better pray the doctors have a better grasp on what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear, please don't die, Hurley. I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, Sunshine? Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a cop, and we don't go in favoritism. But he's right. You do treat us differently. Well, I mean, you're a little kid at the end of the day. Like, you should talk to a child differently than an adult. Like, not saying you shouldn't respect children, just, you know, you could be a smidge nicer around kids. It's because of those adventures of Sherlock Sholmes stories, that's why. Oh. I crop up in don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson. Well, yeah. That's because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's. What did you write about the inspector, Iris? I don't remember, really. It was in one of Mr. Sholmes' lines. Gregson's the smartest of all Scotland Yarders. That's how he put it. Oh, did I write that? And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell ya. Oh, that's amazing. All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Erlock Sholm stories. They set up a fan club for me.
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time you become such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you, Mr. Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson, no, the great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what happened to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worrying about it.
But that would never happen, Grexy.
Every month when the new Rants magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Glug, 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 glug. Ah, lovely. Thank you very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
Oh, he hates it, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. There's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sure, what is it?
I got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now.
An important message? I wonder what it could be. Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah, it's about the young lady who's normally by your side. Your assistant.
Oh, dear Susie, is she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she?
Being questioned, I believe?
Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Huh? Head off where?
To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her.
Oh yeah, of course. I'd forgotten about that.
One of the Whipstocks took her there in a guard carriage after he finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you that she didn't have the fare for the return journey to go and meet her there. She's got nerve using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messaging service.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go see Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me. But I better head over there to fetch her straight away. Okay, on our way. Let's go that, and then we can end the episode. Maybe. Okay, we're back here again. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think this place is oppressive? I think it's normal. Really, there's giant gears doing nothing. That's creepy as heck. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take it seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you.
So, everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust.
Yes, thank you very much. There they are, Suzato-san and Lord Strongheart. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much preparation. Oh wait, no doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland.
Wait, what? Wait, did you just say your return? Suzato-san? Are we going home? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, what was that all about?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, thank you for coming to collect your colleague.
What was that about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Alpha's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Told you he's covering up something that Mr. McGill did. Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial? You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. Mm-hmm. Hey. Mrs. Alto, what's this all about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Wait, what?
Your life here continued just... That's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh no. Professor Mikotoba? Oh right, we know your dad. Obviously you're not an orphan. I mean, you could be now, but... I totally forgot you had a dad. Oh god, are you important to this too? Did you get poisoned? Is there a murder attempt on your life? Because you're friends with Iris's dad. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, Father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it'd be prudent to hasten Mrs. Sato's departure as much as possible. Well, yeah, absolutely. Wait, so was that your telegram? I will leave... Wait, but you gotta tell us how you knew about the manuscript before you leave. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. So Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court. Yeah, she was formally charged a few hours ago. And the day of the trial has been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later. Gina. Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker. I see. And all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the art is overstretched as it is, without wasting time in these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that. She didn't have a gun. She would use a smoke grenade and went poof. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, Lord Strongheart? In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child to my office. Leave, now. Of course, Lord Strongheart. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade evidence, justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend. Huh? Yes. Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I needed to remind you of that. 3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. Sure, there's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart. Which is? It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her. A timely suggestion. Huh? The girl currently has no representation. But that's not fair. Yes, she had a pickup, but she still defers we know, Iris, because she denied one. Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation of the public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. We know why she did that. Why are we repeating it? Yeah, we know. We've been to there. Thank you. We just gotta, trick her into signing the paperwork. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. Well, what a day. Gina charged at murder? Is that the son about to leave? Come, Mr. Naruhodo, Iris. We must make haste. But, Susie... You're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you whatever way I can. Well, thank you, Mrs. Zato. That's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. And then we'll end the episode. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can as a lawyer. I'm a grown-up lawyer, after all. Gina, we're back. Oh. Hey again, Gina. What do you lie here for now? To have the muzzle of the grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously. I think I need to prove the way you load ammunition to that thing, don't I? Look, you can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to ya. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie? Oh, well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Well, yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to say goodbye to my friends while they're so clearly unhappy. Because of you. Dang, Susato, manipulate her. Do it. What? It's my fault? Yes. So I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now, I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Eh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. Well, about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? The one in which Magnus McGilda was acquitted. The case of the mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe it. Will you tell us about it now? Boy. Nope, let's get to this and then we'll end the episode. Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in a witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilda was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? I was out on the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubby hole. I couldn't see a thing, and then I heard that loud thud like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Mr. McGilda discovered you? Yeah. He pulled me off under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. Don't much like to see it, but when I looked at me, oh gosh, sorry, her accent. There weren't much. I'm gonna read it as me. There weren't much like to see by, but when I looked at my hands and I had the guy's blood all over them. I was so scared I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on his hands, in other words. It was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. Then Mr. McGillis started asking questions, I suppose. Who were you and why were you hiding under the seat? Yeah, it did, only that's not all. What do you mean? I mean, he threatened me. Wait, threatened you? How? Made me swear about what I seen and what I heard. And about what he was going to do after the cove was found dead. Made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he let me scarper before the copper showed up. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. He's dead, he can't hurt you. I think. Oh my gosh! Me, just real quick, let me just before... Okay, fine. You said Mr. McGilden made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilden sitting above your head, and I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but... It was when I heard the thud of the cove in the floor. I let out a little scream, you see? Couldn't help it. McGilda heard that and dragged me out by the arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer, what had been stabbed. A disc. All bright and shiny. A disc? Wait, do you mean... Mm-hmm. That's it. The one... Oh, gosh. The one what the D took off me at Winterbanks. So the music box disc was there on the floor in the omnibus? Not for long. Mr. McGilda spotted it right away. Picked it up and smarched and stuffed it inside his pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder? The bog trotter told me. I were to mutter a word of it to no one. Cause it was so dark on the sea at the cab. I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and the footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably, that was Mr. McGilda getting on board. Nah, not only him. Huh? Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. In that case, it would seem likely it was Mr. McGilda and the victim. Mr. Thrice-fired Mason? In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilda claimed he slept during the carriage ride. And your own testimony, Gina, supported this. Yeah, well, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time in low voices. Wait, what? What were they talking about? I don't know. The sound of the horses and wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilda and the victim knew each other. So, McGilda was lying as I suspected? I knew it wasn't going to take long before someone raised the alarm. And the blokes that had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. And when the cab came to a stop, McGilda told me to add into the back seat again. I climbed in and waited. The 2 coasts from up top ran off to get the compass. Yeah, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right. And after they'd gone, McGilda asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? So, Beepo, whatever your name is again, you lied too. Everyone's in on this. Nah. Oh, you again. Now then, fellow, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit to the nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. I'll give you 10 guineas. Wow, we're just shut everyone up with money. Oh, on nearby pawnbroker, you mean on Baker Street? Yep, you got it. It was Mr. Winterbanks. The coach just snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as it could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. Mr. McGilda opened the box under the seat and let me get out of there, but not without conditions. I see. Conditions. What were Mr. McGilda's conditions then? For letting you free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything. About what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There was more? Yeah. This is the most important thing. He said... I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? You asked him to go pop your weasel, right? Aye. The fiend's taking me overcoat to deposit with the pawnbrokers whereabouts. And I want you lass to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? What? You want me to have the ticket? Well, that's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. Okay then. And in case it might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, Windebig, so it is, and you're to extend the loan for the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeit, and any old fiend could come by along and buy it. Yeah, but I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. Do you understand each other, lass? Don't try out the funny now if you go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt. The coppers? Aye. They'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it you might say, and what is it that you won't? Okay. I mean, we knew he was a bad guy. But the music box is weird. Like, what could a music box, especially an old music box like that, like, what was it worth all the murder for? After he gone over it all, I packed it. Got as far away as there as I could. He had the pawnbroker's ticket and some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch the next day once it got dark. So Mr. McGill planned it, and coerced Gina into giving a false testimony. You have to let us defend you in court. You're gonna, like, get tried for so many things, Gina. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom. Oh, it's gonna make it so much harder, too, to, like, convince the jury she's innocent, because, like, oh, yeah, she super lied in the last trial, but I swear she's telling the truth now. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said he would make it so I couldn't live on the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew he had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGilded would have... In an heartbeat. Could have had a lot of us chased out of there if we wanted. And then we've gone where we have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice. Yeah. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But, I'm in for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the papers for tomorrow's trial. Eh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see? You what? Hurley's having a big operation right now, Ginny. Is it bad? Is it gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that little bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Well, something like that. Mrs. Otto? Yes, of course. The representation papers here. We'll represent you two in court, don't worry. It'll be fun. I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer, nothing. You kind of do, hon. I love you, but you need me. Poor Ginny. She seems so lonely. We got our papers. Well, at least that should mean we can investigate the scene at Winterbanks now. Yes. And perhaps we could come back to visit Ginny when we're done here.
Next episode.
I feel like we finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have our representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Windibanks. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it.
To be continued? Perfect! Look at this perfect ending. Save! Alright, so next episode we'll investigate the crime scene and do whatever else we have to do and figure out how this is all connected. Because I feel like we're going to solve some of the first episode stuff too. It's gotta be, right? Probably. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys all next time. Laters!